Hey there, everyone. My name is Carl. I sometimes go online by Dr. Wraith. Anyways, today we're talking about the DreamWorks Legends Pinball Pack from AtGames. So this was released on Wednesday. It came with 3 packs. I'm going to give you my overall thoughts, and then we'll go through some slow motion video, kind of compare the flipper lag to some of the other games that have been already offered by AtGames. So this came with How to Train Your Dragon, Troll, and Kung Fu Panda. Out of the 3, right out of the gate, this thing is a monster. It's not just ugly, which it is, but that's fine. It plays horrible. And I keep seeing people online saying, oh, these all play great. These all play like perfect. When some of these do play a little better, and we'll get to that. But this thing is not it. And you can even go and watch other people play this.
Sorry, I'm just
and
playing
you
with the
can
flippers
see
a little bit. How responsive they
whenever
are.
the ball actually gets down. Hold on, I haven't sped up.
Graphics look a lot better on this.
So you can see whenever he's going through and you go to land that mid hit, you're aiming right here. You're waiting for the ball to get right here. It gets right here and almost flips off the paddle.
Cool.
That's that same flipper lag that we've been talking about. And I would say, from what I've seen, it looks worse than Adams. I don't know if they have actually done anything with Adams to fix it. A lot of people in the community have been saying
how
that
did that just catch it?
Adams is suddenly magically fixed.
Is the RAM just not up?
I haven't seen any patch notes for that yet, so I'm going to assume that it hasn't been. But that being said, I don't know if it was because I'd been playing this or what, but I went back to Adams and it wasn't near as bad as I remember. And even in the slow motion footage that I had, it doesn't look quite as bad. That being said, out of the pack, this thing is awful.
Total score 11.
I know that everybody has a different perception of how these play. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on what other games you have played recently on it. If that's the first one you're starting off with fresh, do not go from any of the magic pixels to this because your brain will break. It will actually break. I don't know if the people playing it are inebriated, but this thing does not. This one's not it. That being said, some of these other ones, this bad boy right here, it's not bad. It's still got the lag. It's noticeable, and we'll get to that when I show the actual videos, but it's not that bad. How to Train Your Dragon
magnet sound
is
crazy.
super fun.
Makes the whole
This
table
game
vibrate.
it's got so much going on. It feels like you're actually playing a game. As far as the lag, this one I noticed the lag in the least. To me, this feels about like Twilight Zone. It's pretty quick, a very quick ball, kind of like Snoopy. But that being said, it's far more playable. Okay, and so going over again to the actual AtGames website. Is this worth $15? I mean, maybe for How to Train Your Dragon, I would say that. I think Troll is just kind of a toss in there. If my nieces are ever over, I'm sure they would love to play it. But I hear really bad things about the Godzilla Kong Zen games. I'm really looking forward to this. I love Godzilla. I love Kong. But anyways, that said, overall, when you go to the actual official AtGames Legends 4K page, those of you who have access to it, people seem to love it. That's good. Let's see if we can. Okay, I was gonna sort, but maybe we can search in the page. Okay. So like Michael Joseph, he loves it. Even in the comments, people aren't really saying anything that negative about it. And I just don't get it. I don't see it. That being said, that thing's kind of a beast. That's a fun table. I do know that AtGames are. It seems as though they are less likely to immediately approve a post if it is a little, or it could be viewed as negative. I know that some of my posts have taken a couple days to get posted there, and I try to be very neutral. I say the good things about the tables. I say the bad things about the tables. But if I say something that's good, it seems to immediately get posted. Whereas if there's a little critical feedback, it doesn't get posted quite as quick. That being said, that's just one of my small issues with the way the page is moderated. It is what it is. I guess technically it's their page, but yeah, people are loving these tables. I get How to Train Your Dragon because, like I said, that thing is great. The DMD looks really good. I love it. But this monster, I don't get it. I know that people are letting their mind adjust and playing it, and that's cool. But that ain't it. Anyways, that aside, let's go ahead and get over to the actual videos in slow motion. One thing to preface this. So when going through and shooting, I shot it at 960 frames per second, which is slower than the old ones that I used to post for you guys. That being said, I do have a stopwatch there. The stopwatch tends to jump about 5 milliseconds here and there going through. Reason being, that's just the way that it tracks. So it's really hard using the stopwatch to actually see a comparison. I would just use your eyes, look at it, and try to count it out. Another thing that goes into this that a lot of people don't talk about or don't realize is that when using that method, God, that looks cool. Anyways, when using the slow motion method, it's not 1,000 frames per second exactly. So there's going to be a little bit of a difference there. And it's really hard to do it and know exactly when you hit the button. To do this super accurately, you would need to like set up a separate switch where whenever you hit the switch, a light comes on to acknowledge that it's actually registering the action there. I don't have that. I'm not going through rewiring my machine just for that. But if anybody would like to, that would be cool. So keep that in mind. But with all that said, let's go and look at those videos. On that note, we need to be more open and constructive, I think, as a community with criticism. It seems like AtGames doesn't always appreciate feedback. It's one way to say it. And that kind of sucks because people need to know what they're buying. Like, yes, you put it in the patch notes, you know that there's some lag there, but like the regular person, they're just going to buy it. They're not going to realize like, oh, hey, this is kind of pretty laggy. If anything, I think that they should put out the tables initially for people who want to buy them at full price and accept, hey, this is a test build. It's going to get better in the future, and maybe put that on their store page, and then have a full release once it's finished. So yeah, that way people know what they're buying. But we can't. I don't think that people should be saying that they play perfectly when when you get your hands on that and you go from one of the Magic Pixels to one of the Zens, it does not play like that. And they acknowledge that. Zen themselves know that. So we need to start being honest with people. That said, you don't have to be a jerk to people. I have seen so many people that in the community just go out of their way to be rude for whatever reason. And I mean, you do you. I don't have the time or energy in my day to spend on necessarily being a jerk to somebody. If I don't like what somebody says, I'm just going to move on and just not watch that person anymore. I don't have to go on a holy crusade against them. The one time I went on a holy crusade, it was against Arcade 1-Up. It was because that crappy pinball machine that they sold me burn out within like 6 months, and then they're like, hey, tough luck, here, spend another $120 and we might send you a PCB eventually when we get them in stock. And so for the next several months, I on every one of their posts posted the video of mine dead and working, and commented that, hey, you guys don't support your products, and they tend to burn out or have issues at launch, and you tell people tough luck. So I understand wanting to go on a vengeful crusade. But I just don't think that's that constructive. Be honest. And I mean, if you want to leave a comment and be like, hey, this wasn't my experience. Like, when I played this, it was pretty laggy. I think that's cool. But just don't be a dick. Anyways, that's all I have to say. I may do more of these in the future. I may not. I am going to post those videos, just the raw video, on some of the Facebook groups that will allow it. That way, if you guys want to take a look for yourself or like kind of scrub through it on your own, you can. That's fine. If you have any suggestions that I can take to heart on making it, I'm trying to figure out something with a timer, because the phone and watch timers just don't work because of the way they count. There's like a like I said, about a 5 millisecond delay there, so it's really hard to measure with that. Again, I wouldn't go by that. When you're watching those videos, go back and use your eyes. Try to look at, these are some of my earlier videos, but try to look at where the plunger, not the plunger, the actual button is when I'm hitting it, and the actual response from the flipper, because that says a lot. So anyways, that said, that's all I got. Take care, you guys. I hope you all have an awesome day. Bye.